Yo, what up, though? The Vikings is at the Rams. They are playing in LA on Monday night to close out Wild Card weekend. And we all know what happened last time we faced the Rams. The Rams was one of the teams that beat us in the regular season. But this ain't the regular season, man. This is playoff. The loser go home. So this is a perfect time for the Minnesota Vikings to get back on the LA Rams, man. Last time we played the Rams, Brian Flores came out and said it today. We would not prepare for Puka Anuka, because he tore the Minnesota Vikings secondary up, man. He had 7 catches for 106 receiving yards, if I'm not mistaken. He was on fire, man. And a running game too, man. Kyron Williams had 97 rushing yards against our defense, man. So we know what the Rams want to do. We faced the Rams before. We need Brian Flores in the defense to adjust to the LA Rams, man. And I feel like the Minnesota Vikings have to man up, man. Our Minnesota Vikings offense needs to stand up. We need the Minnesota Vikings Sam Darnold to show up this week in LA, man. Because the shit I seen last week, I don't know what that shit was. And I need Justin Jefferson, man. Justin Jefferson he got to man up, man. Every time we play a big game, Justin Jefferson don't do shit. When we played against the New York Giants in a wild card weekend, Justin Jefferson had like 40 or 50 receiving yards. Last week, he had like 30 receiving yards. Last time we played the Rams, JJ had 115 receiving yards on 8 receptions, man. I want to see some numbers like that from JJ in a wild card game. This right here is when to go home, man. And a winner go to the next round, man. The Minnesota Vikings need to be prepared on offense to go on LA and show what the Minnesota Vikings made of, man. The Minnesota Vikings offense is way too talented to not score no damn touchdown. We need to work on that red zone offense. We need to get CJ Ham some carries in the red zone. Because if not, why the fuck do we got a fullback on the roster if we not going to give him the football on the goal line? KLC, work on that, man. Sam Darnold, you fucked up last week, but that's okay. It's a regular season game. Everybody had a bad game. But what Sam Darnold can do is ball out this upcoming Sunday and for the rest of the playoff, and everybody can forget about that week 18, man. And your stock is still going to rise up. Right now, the shit going down. But you can raise that stock up once you put a performance out on the Rams, man. You did pretty good last time you played the Rams. We had a lot of 3-and-outs, though, but you ain't had no interception, and you look like you ain't seen no ghosts. You had 240 passing yards, but we're going to need a little bit more, man. We're going to need more than 2 pass touchdowns unless we get some rushing touchdowns. I would like to see Sam Darnold in the Minnesota Vikings with probably about 3 pass touchdowns and probably about 1 or 2 rushing touchdowns. And the Minnesota Vikings should win this football game, man. Because I'm not really sold on that damn kicker for us to be kicking 50-yard field goals. If it's past 45 yards for a field goal attempt, depending on the down, you might want to punt that boy or go for it, man. Because I don't know if that kicker can make a 50-yard field goal. I'm going to be for real. I don't know. And this wild card weekend, and I'm not trying to gamble that shit. I'd rather try to punt the ball, put their ass within the 5-yard line, and let's see can they march the field, man. The Minnesota Vikings have to play complete football all across the board, man. The special teams have to play better. We were missing field goals. We kicking balls out of bounds before halftime, giving the offense good field position before halftime so they can put up points on the damn board. We don't need that in wild card weekend, man. Last week was a pre-playoff game. So everybody who was nervous last week, you shouldn't be nervous this week because we could tell the offense played horrible, man. And speaking of the offense line, y'all have to block. We are about to play against a way better defense in the LA Rams, man. The LA Rams have a nice defense. I like, what's his name, Gerald Verse and Brian Fisk. And they got other players on defense I like, but we have to block. We need to give Sam Darnold time to throw the football. And Sam, if you have to, run with the damn football. You had a few open lanes against the Lions, and you chose not to run with the football for whatever reason, man. This is a game you put everything on the line. Like, ain't no tomorrow. Ain't no we gonna play next week. This right here for everything, man. So they should leave everything on the field. Run with the football if you need to. Throw the ball to your playmakers, man. And I need Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson. Show the fuck up, man. TJ looked like he didn't want to play last week. He barely reaching out for the football, act like he was scared. He was watching for hits and shit. We don't need that. Leave everything on the field or get off the football field. Let somebody else get in, man. Josh Oliver, Get your ass in that lineup. And TJ Hawkins acting like he a little timid, man. Because the Minnesota Vikings shouldn't lose to the Rams. I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. The last time we played them on a short week. So I'm not really taking too much from that. And yeah, they won by 10 points, but we had a lot of opportunities to win that football game. We all remember that missed face mask right in the referee face in the end zone, and they ain't called the shit. But the Vikings had a lot of opportunities to score a touchdown and beat the Rams, man. But we came up short in the regular season. But this is the playoffs, man. This is what everybody played football for. To get in the big dance and advance to the next round, into the next round, and get to that Super Bowl and raise that Lombardi trophy, man. Our goal is still right there, man. Regular season over. What you did in regular season don't even matter no more. We don't care what happened last week or what happened in week 6 or week 5. We are talking about now, man, the playoffs. Now we are talking about the present, man. The rest of that shit is the past. The Minnesota Vikings offense and defense needs to play like this is it. It is it. This is the playoff. And everybody might not make the playoff next year. Hell, half of the people ain't gonna be on the Minnesota Vikings next year. So everybody needs to, should play ball. People been playing football their whole damn life, man. Defense, play football, man. Put pressure on Matthew Stafford, man. Watch them wide receivers, man. Play tight football, man. And the offense. Act like y'all play offense before. Justin Jefferson, man. You are supposed to be the number one guy, the best receiver in the NFL. Act like it. If people holding you, playing physical with you, play through that shit and play physical with them, man. Jordan Addison, I'm gonna need you to show up too. TJ Hawkinson, show up. Sam Darnold, this your bounce back game, man. Ain't nobody mad at you, bro. Ain't nobody mad at you, man. But you can make everybody forget last week when you go out there and ball out against the Rams on the road, man. The Minnesota Vikings, it probably have to be road warriors from here on out. And I'm okay with that. At the end of the day, give the Minnesota Vikings a football in the field and let's roll. At the end of the day, we want to get to that Super Bowl and raise that Lombardi trophy, man. The goal is still right there, man. The Minnesota Vikings will and should take care of business if they can contain the wide receiver for the Rams. And if our offense can score some down points, the Minnesota Vikings will beat the Rams in a close football game, but we should win by 8 or 9 points, man. Y'all know I'm rolling with the Minnesota Vikings to beat the Rams, man. At the end of the day, man, it's Skol to the bowl. Let's go. This playoff football right here. This is where the big boy play at, man. This is where legacy is made, man. This is what separate the boy from the little kids, man. This is what separate okay quarterback from great and franchise quarterbacks, man. Let's get that W in LA. And y'all know what it is. Just go to the bowl.